Hi friends. Our phonics skill this week has to do with the letter Y. Now when you first learned all the alphabet, all the letters and their sounds, you probably already learned something about the letter Y. You probably learned that it says y, like in yo-yo. That's one sound that the Y makes. We call that kind of a sound a consonant sound. This week, we're going to learn two new sounds that Y can make. And we call these Y as a vowel sound. Okay? When Y is at the end of a word, like in this word right here, this is baby. What sound do you hear at the end of baby? E, right, it's like a long E sound, right? All right, what about this word? This is a fly. What do you hear at the end of fly? I, it's a long I sound. If you look here, both words end in Y. So, sometimes Y can say E, like baby, and sometimes Y can say I, like fly. So when you're coming across a word that you are wanting to write and you hear a E sound at the end or an I sound at the end, it could be spelled with Y. Like if you're thinking of this word, this is a bunny. You hear bunny at the end. What do you hear at the end of bunny? You hear the E sound, but it's not spelled with an E at the end. It's spelled with Y. See that? Yeah. Bunny. Bunny. If you're trying to write a word, you're trying to write a story and you want to write the word cry, like this guy. Cry. What sound do you hear at the end of cry? You hear I. But you don't see I when you hear the I at the end, like the word cry. It's not spelled with an I. It's spelled with Y. Cry, cry. So when you're writing words that have E sound at the end or I sound at the end, you could spell them with a Y. Now when you are reading words, or when you're reading a book or a story or something and you come across a word that has a Y at the end, you're not always sure whether it's going to be E or I, okay? So sometimes, until you can figure out the difference, until you learn those words, you just have to try them both ways and see what sounds right, which means you're gonna have to be using your brain, okay? So if I come across this word, let's see, oops, here we go. This word right here. Shh. E or shh, I. Which one sounds right? She, shy. Well, actually, both of those are words, but I know that she is spelled differently. It's S-H-E. So S-H-Y, it wouldn't be she, it would be shy, right? That's shy. Good. What about this word? Sk. E, sk, I. Sky, this one is sky. What about dr, e, dree, or dry, dry? Dry, good, good. Let's see. This word, a. When you see a double consonant, remember that? A double consonant and it's the same consonant, you only hear it once, remember? Hap, E, or hap, I. Happy. That doesn't sound right. What about happy? Happy, happy, yes, happy. That's the word happy. Good job. Oh, there's the word and. Look at that. And, I, or sandy, sandy. Yes, Sandy. Good job. Okay, now up to this point, we've just been trying both ways, the I or the E at the end, to see which one sounds right. And you can continue to do that, but I have a tip for you. It usually works, not every time, but usually. And then if you use this as you're reading, it can help you. It can help you. Okay, so words like dry, sky, shy. Those words are short words, aren't they? Yeah, they have one syllable or one word part. Dry, shy, sky. Short words, one syllable, okay? If you see Y at the end of a short word that has one syllable, that Y is going to say I. Dry, shy, sky. See that? Now, if you see a Y at the end of a longer word that has more than one syllable, the Y is going to say E, like happy, happy. Oops. And sandy, sandy. Happy, sandy. Longer words, more than one syllable. Happy, sandy. Okay? Longer words, more than one syllable. Make the Y at the end say E. Okay? There's the difference. Shorter words, one syllable, with the Y say I. Longer words with more than one syllable, the Y will say E. Okay? Let's try that out. Here is another short word. Now, remember the short words like shy, the Y says I. So let's try the Y saying I in this word. I. My. Does that make sense? Is that a word you know? Yeah, my. There's one. Let's see. That will work again with this word. It's a short word, one syllable. It has Y at the end, like my, one syllable word. This word is also a one syllable word. It's a short word. That means the Y at the end should say I, like my. Let's try it out. Fly, fly, yes. It worked there too. All right, let's try this word here. It's a long word. Look at this long word. It's got more than one syllable. There's a Y at the end. It's more than one syllable. So the Y is going to say E, like happy. All right, let's try this word. Tricky. 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 You know that word, tricky? So, did this little hint help you? Yeah. If it's a long word, if it has more than one syllable and with a Y at the end, the Y is going to say E. Like happy, tricky. One more here. This is a longer word. It has two syllables. Whoops. Okay, so that means the Y is going to say E. Good. I'm going to give you one hint. I'll just tell you this A is a long A sound, and we know long A says A. So let's stretch this word out. L-A-D. E. Laid, E. Laid, E. Laid, E. What's that word? Can you say it? What is it? Laid, E. Laid. Lady, right, lady. You're getting so good at stretching out words. Good job. All right. So that is our phonics skill this week, is Y as vowel sounds. E and I, the long E, the long I sound. So we're gonna do a lot with that, practicing that. Good job, good job.